Well, hello. Hello and welcome to another live stream. I'm your host, Zara. Today I'll be playing a little bit of a game that I've kind of fallen into. I played it for a while, like several months ago, and then recently I reinstalled it and played it again and fell back into this rabbit hole. So it's a pretty neat game, very simple, but they've changed it a little bit since I played it last. They've put some new updates in, so I'm pretty excited about that stuff. I am not very good at it. I'll say that right off the bat, but we'll see what we can do here. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. So this game is Wizard of Legend, kind of an indie game, in which you play as a wizard. Right now I've got a different outfit on than the one you start with. Normally you just start with the red robe, but there's a whole bunch of unlockables that you can get. So the basic premise is you've got 4 different arcana equipped on your character. You've got your basic attack. That's the one I have equipped. It's a water themed. You've got your dash attack, which is also water themed in my case. It does have to recharge after a while, though, so you can't just keep spamming it. Then you've got another one of your Arcana spells. This is the one I have equipped. And then you've got your signature spell, which is usually a more powerful spell. And if the blue bar that's under my health in the top left, if you keep hitting enemies, that goes up. And if you fill it up, then your signature spell gets even more powerful. So it's a pretty good incentive to be aggressive in your play style, which there's not really any way to be other than that, really. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can buy from the town here. You can buy new spells. You can re-equip the spells that you have. There's different elements, all kinds of different spells. These are just the basic ones. Then you've got your standard arcana, a whole bunch of different ones. And once you buy them from this shop, they get unlocked forever, so you can re-equip them however you feel. You will find more as you go through the dungeon, but you don't get to keep those ones that you find. Same with these artifacts here. If you buy them here, you get them permanently, but you can only equip one when you go into the dungeon, and any more that you find are lost after you die. You can also buy different cloaks that all give you different bonuses. This is the one you start with, but there's a whole bunch of different ones. I've got this one equipped, which is pretty darn good. Decreases our health, but it increases our run speed, decreases cooldowns, and increases damage. It's pretty good. So I've got a whole bunch of gems that I don't really need right now. So I'm going to talk to Jade here. She'll give you 200 gold for 20 of my Chaos Gems. Gold can only be spent within the dungeon. The Chaos Gems can only be spent here in the town. So you keep your gems when you die, but you don't keep the gold. But in any event. Everything is randomly generated. You start with one of the 5 different castles. I think there's 5 different elements. And there's 3 that you have to fight in sequence. But the game, I've never beaten this game. It is quite unforgiving, as we will probably see soon enough. But okay. One of my favorite parts of the game is that you can just run into objects and break them. It's very satisfying. Oh. Here is a shop, an artifact shop. He always sells a healing potion for 100, and then he's got 4 random artifacts. Gives a chance to freeze foes. That's not bad, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what other stores we have before I buy anything. These are cursed artifacts. So they give you a bonus, but at the cost of something else. Okay. Defeating enemies regenerates health, and max health is reduced. That one's pretty good. Damage and stuns increase, but movement speed. I like movement speed. I'm gonna get the Vampire's Fangs, though. Because health is usually a problem for me in this. I tend to take a lot of damage. So having another heal is always nice. Oh, okay. Nope. Did that the wrong way. Ooh. Oh god, oh god. Well, that sucked. That was really bad. Gank me in the corner. Yeah, so these are always randomized every time you come back to the town. Frost Feint. Frozen Decoy. If you buy one of these, it gets replaced by something else, so you can even just keep buying things until you get something that you want. But I like the spells I have. We'll jump back into it. Yeah, so this time you see we're in the electric dungeon. Each dungeon has its own little theme and its own look. Oops. Yes, the different elements will do, like, elemental damage against the appropriate type of enemy. So the fire guys would have been taking a lot more damage from my attacks had I actually been able to hit them before they just ganked me. I don't know what the elemental like counters are to like lightning. Maybe wind? I'm not sure. It's a bit less obvious because this is some of the content that they added after I played it for the first time. Sometimes the breakable stuff has money in it. That's the only reason I break it. Oh. Oh. God, I hate those screws. Vampire's eyeglasses. Huh. Yeah, lightning's probably weak to earth, now that I think about it. Has a chance to poison foes. Healing potion. Probably gonna need that healing potion. Not going so hot this run. Oh. What do you do? Give me one of your Arcana and to shuffle in, and I'll let you choose one to keep from my hand. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I don't remember what any of these are. But I'll go with this one. Okay. I suppose that'll have to do. Can also knock enemies off ledges, which can be very useful. Not every room will like lock the doors behind you and spawn enemies. Sometimes they'll just be hanging around. Whoa. No, that's gonna hurt. These guys were a lot weaker than I expected them to be. Ooh. You can also get upgraded versions of the spells that you have, these blue cards. So now my wave front is upgraded, so it's a little better. I don't know what exactly is upgraded. Increases shield durability. Okay. Hold on. I have not actually found the boss room. When you find the boss room, then you get a portal to each area, so you can go back at will. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that healing potion. No. I'm not used to this guy. Although I think he's pretty simple. I think he's just got the one attack, basically. There's quite a few different bosses. And you just kind of fight a random one at the end of each level. Up until you get to a certain level, and then you fight one of the other rival wizards. Well, that might come in handy. Alright, level 2. Oh, I got a signature charge. I gotta use it before it runs out. You can pick up items that will let you keep your signature charge. It'll prevent it from like decaying if you're not attacking enemies, or you'll just get to keep it. Ooh. Another upgrade. That's pretty good. Oop. The signature spell that I have is pretty powerful, I find. The charged up version can kill just about anything. Any little guys. Resistance to lightning-based attacks would be nice. Oh, there it is. Shiva's water bottle increases water damage. That's the one I want. Oh, there's the boss room. You don't have to clear out the whole level, but I do just for gold. Although by doing so, I probably take more damage than I need to. Oh, I missed a little chunk down here. The minimap displays the percentage of completion that you've explored, as well as how many enemies are remaining in a rough estimate. This guy will buy relics if I drop them on the ground, but I don't really want that. So, can't afford the water bottle, so just gonna go ahead and do up the next boss. The bosses usually have a pattern that if they're glowing yellow, you can't stun them, but if they stop glowing, then you can usually hit them. And it'll kind of stun them for a second. Let you get some hits in. There we go. Now I've got enough for the water bottle. Not going to bother buying a potion, because I know I'm going to get healed before this fight. So now we fight the Thunder Twins. It's shocking that you made it this far. But we're here to make sure you stay grounded. They all have puns. Oh, I opened the menu. It is the left trigger button to open the menu, so it is very inconvenient. This attack's really hard to dodge. But they follow the same rules as the other bosses. If they're glowing, then you can't really hurt them. Or you can't stun them, rather. You can still hurt them, but it's risky. As soon as they stop glowing, that's when you can go in. Take that. Didn't expect you to put up so much resistance. But you really know how to amp things up. I think those two might have the worst puns out of everybody. Oh, we get Wind Flurry. You don't have just the 4 spells as well. You can also get spells, any spells that you get in the dungeon get applied to left and right bumper. So you can have up to 6 spells at a time. But I usually just buy the ones that I really like, so I tend to usually only have like the 4. I also tend to not get enough money to buy a lot of other spells. some fights will get you treasure. Not looking so hot right now. All the enemies get buffed health when you get to the next section. Or at least it seems that way. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's the way it feels. Oh, these rock mages suck. Nope, that was a waste. Oh, I gotta find somebody to hit with this. Oh, you. Oh, what? Those blobs split into smaller ones. Never seen that before. Once your signature spell charges, then you instantly refill on the cooldown. Oh no. Oh, Pinata. Ah. We got Calming Flow. Yeah. So the deal with the Pinata is it will respawn after a certain amount of time, or if there's a certain amount of time that damage hasn't been applied to it. So if you don't have attacks that do a lot of damage or like quick succession, he'll just respawn and you won't be able to break him. But my setup is pretty good for getting the... Oh, it's Mimic. Oh no, no. Oh, they're coming for me. Oh, well. I got a whole bunch of money, but I don't know where the store is. Well, that's not the store. If you get too many spells, more than you can equip, then they go into a bank that you can swap them out on the fly. So it can be useful to like get more spells, but I find it's you just don't have the money to waste on buying a whole bunch of different spells. Oh, and the poison killed me. Dang. Doesn't take much to end a run. What artifact do I have equipped right now, anyway? This one. Regenerate health every time you pick up a Chaos Gem, and increase armor based on the amount of Chaos Gems held. That one's pretty good. I also like the Dark Katana, which triples the critical hit chance for all melee arcana. And, oh, I do have Shiva's water bottle unlocked. I might take that. The amount of health that you get restored from the Chaos Gems really is nothing to write home about. Ball Lightning. Heroic Leap. I'm just really... I really like the setup that I've got right now. I even tried swapping out to a different cloak a little while ago, and it just didn't feel right. Gotta break these giant barrels. The real nice thing about the like that attack, surrounding myself with icicles, is that it charges my signature spell really fast. Oh, Mimic. Let me through barrels. Always misjudge the timing on those guys' attacks. Sinister Ledger. This relic increases all damage for every enemy defeated, but loses effectiveness when taking damage. That's a little too vague. Reduces all cooldowns. Not bad relics to have, but I'm gonna see what else we got. The downside to doing the Ice Dungeon first is obviously that all my attacks do reduce damage. But it's not too bad. Boost in armor, lose gold. Increase the activation speed of Arcana, but slows movement speed. Nah. You can keep your cursed relics. Evil wizard. I don't know if he's actually evil. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh, what do we got for spells? Aqua Arc. Want that. Two of these are just other dash spells, which aren't that great. I like the water one. I've got quite a bit. I like the knockback that it gives. When used well, and you can just send enemies flying into the abyss. Oh boy. Enemies are annoying. There's the boss room. I thought about going to get the potion, but I'll wait. Although I might regret that now. Wizards themselves aren't usually too dangerous of enemy types because they don't have a lot of health, but some of them have pretty nasty spells. The archers are definitely a problem. I try to prioritize them because they can pump a lot of damage into you in a short amount of time. Is there anything else I wanted? Reducing all cooldowns might be nice. This boss is probably not going to be too bad. Fleet Lancer's easy. telegraph all of his attacks really easy. Real easy to dodge. I'll get it. No reason not to reduce my cooldowns. I don't know why, but every time I start a new level, I always go left. Oh, I hate giant barrels. Oh god, not these guys. Those, like, Cyclops Knights are the worst. Because as soon as you get hit by their beam, then you just get locked in place and you have to get hit by all of it. Which is a pretty awful mechanic, but... run 100 gold, but it'll increase my cloak's effects. Oh, wow, that hurt. Alright. Getting pretty lucky with the drops here. Health orbs do not spawn very often, so whenever they do, it's super nice. Although they don't really restore that much health. I also like the fact that you can break all the stuff in the shops. It's an enemy spawn room. Oh wow, this is... Those are some mean spikes. I'm not gonna do that again. Oh, oh. Oh, you're still alive? Hmm. 89%, but I think I've killed all the enemies. Nope, nope, there's a couple left. Oh, jeez. Please be the store. Please be the store. Oh, thank God. So this Relic Rewards card, there's two of them. There's a Relic and Arcana Rewards card, and each one reduces the price of whatever thing you're looking for. Again, kind of nice, but also, is it usually worth it? Not usually. In my experience, anyway. I'll just stick with health. I hate the rogue. So Sundering increases all damage dealt. That's a pretty good item. Oh, that was the wrong one. Yeah. I like my spells too much. Oh right, we're fighting a boss. His name I can't remember. Frost Queen Freya. It's too late to be getting cold feet. I'm about to freeze you in your tracks. I completely forget how to actually dodge that attack. God. Oh, this one sucks. Clearly you know how to stay cool. Ta-ta for now. Arc Sphere. Oh, that one seems like it'll be useful. What's cooler than cool? Me, apparently. Now we're into the forest. And these plants are breakable objects, so you can just walk over them. And they make a very satisfying punching noise when you do. These chests. So, these chests are a newer edition. They weren't in the game when I played it originally. But they've got the 3 elements on them. Some of them only have 2. But you need to hit this chest with the 3 elements in the right order to open it. So I need a wind, a water, and a rock, which I don't have. So, sadly. Sadly, we cannot open that chest. Nope. Bit of overkill for those little slimes, but sometimes you just gotta go all in. Yeah, the archers in this area will poison you if they hit you with their attacks. Or they have an attack that will poison you at least. And it's awful. Oh. Keep hitting the left bumper or the left trigger by accident. This is definitely going to be an arena. Yeah. Almost every time there's a spot with those big barrels, there's going to be guys that spawn who have to break them to get to them. Dr. Song. Studying the effects of long-term Arcana use. Would you like to donate an Arcana to research? Now, I don't know if I say yes, I think it might pick one at random. It's too risky. I've never actually done that, I don't think. It's too risky, I don't know what happens. Taking damage increases your max health up to a certain limit. Signature charge every time you pick up a Chaos Gem. Nah. Health. I'll revisit the relic shop once I explore. Ooh. Cardus Prime. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so now this one, the spell lasts a little bit longer, and when it ends, it shoots all the spikes out. It's a pretty good upgrade. I like this one. So much open space, no enemies. Oh, I killed everyone. Oh, you can also break the pictures on the wall. I think very rarely they will have stuff in them, but it's not very often. Oh, this guy sucks. Yeah, the Burst Mage is also one of the harder fights I find, just to prevent damage, because usually he casts worse spells than that, but he was a little stun locked. Increases earth damage. Oh, that doesn't do me very good. I knew I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, it took a spell by random, which just kind of sucks. So I'm gonna get Firewall. I'm pretty sure Firewall is one of the games that you start with. I'm pretty sure you start the game with that spell. The Elixir of Might is what we got. It increases all damage based on how healthy you are. That's probably not going to be very helpful. You just buy relics. Wait. All of your gold for all my Chaos Gems. No. Doki the Banker. No thanks. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, wow. There's a relic in that bench. Lays drum. What do we got? Family Seal. Claws of Tomo. Greased Boots. Cabby's Cinnamon Hots. And Healing Potion. Not bad. Not great. I wish I had my other ice spell. I keep pressing Y to thinking that it's gonna do my, like, the ice spell that surrounds me, but nope. Just does that instead. Oh. This is a pretty good run so far. Not to jinx it, but... Although I've been pretty lucky with the spawns in this map. Things have been pretty softball. Everything is, like I said before, everything's randomly generated, so you can get some real bad... Can get some bad RNG sometimes. Oh. Card is prime, I can get it back. It's not the upgraded version, but... Screw it. I can also afford Thundering Chain. But I think I'm just gonna do the boss fight. Fleet Lancer guy. Yeah, he's easy. I better get that. I got one more room. Or no, I don't. That was the second level. Oh, okay. This is just the boss then. Alright. Earthlord Atlas. I hope your trip here hasn't been too terrible. Because you're about to get crushed. That wasn't really a pun. I was just... Man, I don't remember this guy's attack patterns. Oh, stuck on the tree. Track me. There we go. My will is stronger than diamond. A rocky journey awaits me. What is that? Seismic entry. Launch in the air and crash down on nearby foes to stun them. Alright. Into the fire dungeon. Oh, that was dumb. I'm in trouble. The Lancer jumped over me and got me on the way down. Well, we got 274 Chaos Gems, which is pretty good. Increases fire damage. Increase the chance to fire off a pair of dragon arcs when using base arcana. What other abilities do I have? Chain. Pretty sure that's just that one, yeah. It's tough because I like all the different spells and whatnot, but I like spells that have a small cooldown. A lot of the fire ones have a pretty lengthy cooldown. Yes, give me your gold. I kind of want to buy one of these, because once you buy one of these, another one will take its place, so... Or I guess the next time we come to town. Alright, we'll buy those two. We won't equip them. Because this one is just better. I'm actually at full health, so I don't need that. That's a rarity. Oh, small room. Benches. Some spells will block their like purple projectiles, but I don't know which one it is. I think it's the water shield when I dash. Whoop. Mystic Monopole, Bounty Hunter Seal, Cavi Cinnamon Hots. Increases armor. That's sure. We got a lot of money. Charge signature. No. No. I will take that though. I definitely prefer the more idle spells. The ones you can just turn on and kind of forget about, and they'll do damage. While I focus on my main couple. That was a pretty clean fight. Every now and then you get an enemy where you're like, oh yeah, he'll never hit me with that. And then he does. This way. I think, yeah. No, we don't really need health. Yeah, we don't really need that. Boss fight. Oh. The Grand Summoner sounds a lot scarier than he actually is. Ah, we have the Blasting Sprite aura. So we've summoned a sprite that is the little sparkly that's following us. That will sometimes slow enemies. I've used that one before and it doesn't seem like it was that useful, but I suppose we'll see. Regenerate health while critically low. No. Destroys all standard relics in your inventory and increases your damage for each relic destroyed. I've gotten that one before, and it's generally not worth it in the early game. Even in the late game, I don't know if that's worth it, because a lot of the times having the relics is a much bigger boon than some extra damage. Getting surrounded by enemies is a real good way to get yourself hit too. As you would expect, I suppose. Oh, well, I took him with me at least. Sometimes you get caught up in the heat of battle and things just kind of happen. I'm gonna get Raspberry Cookie Box. That'll make health orbs drop more often. Still not often enough to like make them something you can rely on, but a little more often is better than like once, twice a level. I just love that no matter how big of an obstacle it is, we can just run through it. If we just touch it with our body, it explodes. I suppose we are that powerful of a wizard. Oh. Exploding barrels are bad. I'm really loving these sorcerers. I don't know who this portrait is of, but I assume it's like one of the developers. Usually it's just like a portrait of, well, that's the Pinata, but usually it's one of the other wizards. Like there's Freya. Or I think that's the Wind Wizard, actually. Whose name I also can't remember. Yeah, that's one of the twins. Oh, these blobs. They got Viking hats on and they roll. Upgraded wave dash. Yeah. Generates series of lightning strikes that shock foes. Sure. Might be useful. No, I guess that's everything. Probably one of the best features of this game for a roguelike is that it gives you these portals to the boss room. So you can just run between all the shops and everything super quick. Oh no, not the Burst Mage. I hate the Burst Mage. Oh no, that was a cursed item. Overpriced insurance. Expend all gold at the start of each stage and heal for a fraction of the expended amount. That kind of sucks. Can I? No, I can't drop cursed artifacts. That would be a little cheesy. Well, we're in pretty good shape to fight the twins, I guess. They always say the same thing. Oh. Wrong way. Oh, not this one. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm already dead. A lot of boss enemies have attacks that once they hit you once, they will just continue to hit you, which just always sucks. Increases critical chance. Ice Seekers. It would be really nice if you could equip spells to your left and right bumpers before you leave town, but you're not allowed. You only get your starting 4. Oh, I think those are the only 2. Oh, there's some other ones that are left. Also, every time you go back to a cloak, he's in a different pose. The other characters around town will also do stuff. This guy will give you a randomized build for your next run in the dungeon, which is... I guess it would keep things exciting, but it wouldn't be all that useful. I don't know... There's this shop up here, too, that I don't know what goes up here. I have not unlocked that yet. Malind. This guy will... He will make it so that you will visit a particular council member first, So he asked if you want us to begin in the Thundering Keep. So if we pay him 10 Chaos Gems, then we're guaranteed to be in the Thundering Keep first. So it would be nice if you could choose which one you want to go first. But no, it's just kind of a random, he says. Which I guess really kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? I guess you know what you're going into, but it's, yeah, it's still random. And I think Malinda there will just kind of, it basically just does hard mode. You can play multiplayer in this as well, and I never have. So I don't know what it's like. Oh! Wow. Got an item drop off the first enemies. Designed by artisan Purdy Darn Savvy. This relic activates when taking damage at low health and briefly removes the cooldown on all Arcana. Eh. Well, there's the boss room. I guess I never really thought of it, but I guess I could fight the boss first and then explore the stage if I really wanted to, but... Oh, what's this? Wave Dash Enhanced. Ice Spear is pretty decent too. I might grab that if I've got enough money. Ooh. Increases armor, but store prices are increased. I'll stick with what I got. Usually any of the cursed items that give me like a recovery of some sort, like steal life from enemies, those ones are usually pretty good. Mercury Sandals. No. The spear guys are pretty annoying too. They've got a deceptively long reach when they wind up. Oh wow, that is a recipe for disaster. Huh. I'll just say I planned that. Oh, archers. Tozy's Pocket Watch. Reduces cooldowns, but also reduces signature charge rate. Regen health every time you land a critical hit. I think I would rather get that and do a boss fight. Crush Colossus is pretty good. Really, the Crush Colossus is only scary when he has friends. Oof. That was closer than I would have liked it. I don't want Ice Spear. Oh, I don't have enough. Don't have enough money for Ice Spear. I don't really have enough money for any of this stuff other than the healing potion. Which is tempting. Yeah. I don't like spending all my gold before on, you know, a healing potion, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Some rooms are more threatening than others. Yeah. Not very useful relics, unfortunately. Nope. So any of the normal enemies are, you know, relatively dangerous. Some more than others, but any of the guys that are elemental based, that have like color-coded armor, those are the guys you really gotta watch out for. Because they can be pretty nasty. I like having that the icicle spell specifically for those guys. Charge. Alright. Frost Feint. Yeah. Save money. It's too tempting to just buy stuff. I'll go this way. Oh. I keep forgetting that a couple of my moves actually like suck things closer to me. So, especially with exploding barrels, they get particularly nasty. Not looking so hot. I don't think I want him to mess with my cloak. Not want him this low on health. I think all the enemies are dead anyway. Still haven't found the boss room, but I think this is it right here. Yeah. I guess I'll buy that stupid healing potion. A lot of my money seems to be spent on healing potions. I don't think there's anything else we wanted. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Do the boss fight. Step on all his flowers. The most dangerous part about this boss fight are the trees. boy. Starred in Diamond. Ooh, Frost Scimitar. Cool. Never seen that one before. We'll see if it does me any good in the Thunder Palace. Thunder Rogues. Cascading Blitz. Save money. Wizard of Investing. Save money. Oh, yeah, can't make that. I've never seen that, like, dash puzzle before, and I don't like that one. I never like the dash puzzles where it's less clear as to where you're actually supposed to go. Because you have a very limited range on your dash, and if you can't make it, then, well, you're done. Wow, lots of treasure chests in this map. Oh, I can go up here too. Always misjudge the timing on those guys' pattern every time. I could really use some health right about now. Nope. Nope. What is this? Adorable Mimic. No. Nah. Got junk items. Aha. The Dark Katana. I'll get the dark katana. I'll be edgy. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh. That was a real bad arena for that fight. Because anytime there's explosive barrels in a fighting arena, it is very dangerous. Well, that's the map, I suppose. I don't know how much further we're gonna get, but... Oh, burst mage is probably gonna destroy me. Well, maybe not. Idealist Vest. This is the most pointless item for me because I am almost never at full health. Because it is incredibly difficult to remain at full health in this game. Unless you are very good at dodging. Range on the spears always catches me off guard. I guess it's because they show you the red area of effect, or like where he's gonna be stabbing, but then he stabs way further than that. That was a mimic. Boss room. Oh. Really thought he'd be dead. Oh. No. Nine health. If I get hit by anything, I'm dead. Well. And of course, the relic shop is the one place I haven't found yet. Oh, well, speak of the devil. Buy the healing potion. Very useful. But I am gonna get this. Because it's kind of cool. I guess there's still a bunch we haven't explored up here yet. I knew I would regret coming here. Taken care of. Time for boss. Oh, he's level 2 Crushed Colossus now, so he's got a different attack. That one. Oh. Yeah. Crushed by the Colossus. One last charge signature for good measure, but I think that'll do it for me. So yeah, that's Wizard of Legend. It's a pretty good game once you get into it. I've never beaten it. I've never beaten all three dungeons in a single run. So hopefully someday, if I keep playing, that will I'll get myself there. in any event. I believe Action Shakespeare is knee-deep in the Game Boy game life right now, so we're going to go ahead and raid her. And yeah, it's time for 50 Shades of Grayscale. Thank you for joining me.